Everybody was really worried that Voodoo was never going to forgive me for the saddle incident. And I would just like to point out that, look, just look. Y'all, happy Saturday. Sanctuary Saturday, if you will. I have fed the horses, brushed Stormy and Rita, and now I was like, you know what? You're all probably wanting to know how everybody's doing over here. We've had quite a bit of rain. The pastures are really sloppy. Hey, Voodoo. Everybody was really worried that Voodoo was never going to forgive me for the saddle incident. And I would just like to point out that, look, just look. Here, Voo, I'm gonna brush you, okay? See that? Everybody wants to make sure we're still friends. Look, we're still friends. His ears aren't pinned back. He loves me. He loves me so. He also loves brushing. He loves Beverly. He's a good boy. Hold on. So my plan today was to come get Voodoo and to go out to that same pasture, the hayfield, with no saddle on to show y'all that he just likes a good time. And that for everyone that freaked out and said, Jamie, he could have ran to the road. I knew that Voodoo wasn't going to run to the road. Part of the reason that I knew Voodoo wouldn't run to the road is because the gate to get into the back pasture is back here. He knows that very well. He also knows that back here is where his buddies and friends are. And he's a little buddy sour and a little barn sour. And the fact that everything was behind us or in front of us at that point in time, I knew where he would go. I did not know that he would buck like that in the saddle. And I also didn't know that everybody was going to give me such a hard time for the 3 seconds instead of listening to the whole video. But we're going to look past that, okay? We're going to just give everybody the grace of, y'all are having some bad days or something and no sunshine in your life, and we're just gonna roll with it. But I do know our horses enough to be able to have a bit of a prediction. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not naive enough to think that they're not animals and that they're not unpredictable, because they are unpredictable in a sense. But Voodoo's okay, y'all. Nobody got hurt. I didn't get hurt. He didn't get hurt. And as soon as I saw that he was doing what he was doing, I turned off the camera and I ran to him and removed the saddle, and all was well. It really was. He was having a bad day. Today, though, Voodoo is quite relaxed. He's enjoying the sunshine, the dinner with his bestie here. Well, his bestie's over here. His next bestie, his girl bestie, is right here, who's been rolling in the mud, Beverly Ann. And honestly, it's a pretty calm day here at the sanctuary, all things considered. It's Saturday, so there's a lot of work buzzing around. I see Laramie, Brienne, and the kids over here doing stuff. I see Jake out and about. Ellie and Megan are in the big pasture. I heard Uncle Dan's voice a little bit ago. It's a busy time. Steph and Buddy are putting together their greenhouse, which I love. I had to stop by and see that too. Check it out on the Denman Homestead if you want to see the neat project they're working on. But at the end of the day, Bev, somebody put hay in the back of your head, and it wasn't Mama. I know who it was. I guess I just needed to say that Voodoo's okay. And there's a lot of mistakes that I'm going to make, like a ton, and have made. Some on camera, some off. I'm a human, and I do ask for advice and help from those that know what they're doing, from the internet, from, many people. And I still am going to make mistakes, whether it be about horses, donkeys, chickens, cows, goats, humans, myself. That's the, really neat thing about this world, is that they created this world called a mistake. And you can take the opportunity to learn a lesson from that mistake, or you cannot and make the same mistake over and over again. Sometimes they call that intentional. But Bev, sweet girl. But at the end of the day, I love these animals with my whole heart. And I do everything in my power to give them their best life, right beside all those that surround me as well. There are a lot of things that people don't understand about caring for animals. But I would say the foundation of that is cost and time. And if you've ever had animals, you might have a hint of that. But it's a lot. It's an investment of your emotions. It's an investment of your time. It's an investment of your dollars that you work for. And it's a choice. And it's a choice that I would make every single time. Because what they give back to me, to us, is worth so much more. And I then choose to make videos of those things to be able to share with the world. And I open myself up to criticism. And I open myself up, hi Ivy, I open myself up to feedback, positive and negative. I open myself up to heartbreak. I open myself up to happiness and wins that you can't even capture in a video. You've got lots of knots, sister. This is probably not the best brush for what you got going on. But like I said, at the end of the day, what I personally receive back is invaluable. It's Saturday afternoon, and many people are maybe napping, or maybe they're shopping, or out to see a movie, or getting ready to go out and party for a night. And the only thing I'm getting ready to do is put on horse blankets, because it's gonna get pretty dang cold this evening. And then I'm gonna also ensure that the goats have extra hay, that the cows have hay to lay on and a windbreak, that everybody's had extra green hay to give them enough energy and fuel to keep their own bodies warm. And then I'm going to go to bed and wake up several times a night to check on everyone, because that's what we do. And then I'm going to break up bright and early to make sure that I get those coats off as soon as the sun's up, so that nobody sweats and catches pneumonia. And I choose this life. And like I said, I would do it 1,000 times over again. Hi, Danny. I work a full-time job on top of caring for animals, planting a garden, growing to be able to hopefully fill a pantry and fill bellies. Be able to learn to do a little bit more self-sustaining. And I do all of that with, most days, joy in my heart. Most days. Sometimes not the most joyous moments, especially when it comes to real work. But I do it. And when I make these videos and I share what's on my heart, what's on my mind, or what's going on in them, I also do that with joy. And I hope that people see that. And I hope that even if the negative and just the people who just have this hate in their souls comes out, I hope that even in that dark time for them, that if I became the place that they decided to lash out on, somehow that they found joy in their heart. I know that sounds really sick and twisted. I don't understand the negativity. I don't understand where someone finds joy in that, but that's my own outlook, my own perspective. I would never go to someone's page and tell them how dumb they are for something they did. I would never judge a person for the way that they love their animals. I also would never probably give a new mom advice either, because I've been that person. And I'll be really truthful here and say that being in the space that I'm in and going through all of the learning opportunities that I've had has probably made me a lot more sensitive to the way that I hold myself out to the world too. In real life or in videos. I don't want to be perceived as someone who has this negative tone constantly. I don't want to be a know-it-all, because I'm not. You're okay with that? I don't want to be someone who comes across as condescending or passive-aggressive or anything but kind, hopeful, positive, willing to learn, genuine. That's who I strive to be. And that sometimes means sharing good, bad, ugly things. Things that you're not proud of. Whether it's parts of today or parts of my past. I still choose to do it because I'm hoping that at the end of the day that I can leave this legacy for my son and my nieces, my nephews, to always think about, if they want to, who I am, who I was. Show somebody how to overcome some of the adversities, maybe help them, prevent them from making some of the mistakes that I have. I don't know. That was an awful big bite there, sir. Like a lot. Come here. That's too big. That's too big. That's too big. That was too big of a bite, Bucky's. Look how long his mane is. Isn't it beautiful? He has the prettiest mane out here currently. Stormy's is getting better. Rita's is beautiful too, but for a dude, he's got some pretty good hair. I'll say that. It's a mucky, yucky pasture day. So I don't want to keep these guys up here too long. I'd like them to finish their eating, and I'm going to pick out their hooves. And then I'll be back in a few hours to put their coats on for tonight. Nice, sweetie. Not you, though. You're not going to get a coat tonight. You're too woolly. All right, y'all. I'm going to stop rambling. I just wanted to show you that Voodoo and I are good. Right, buddy? We're so good. He's like, yeah, Mom, we're good. I love you, sweet boy. I love you so much. I do. I love you. I love you so very much. I love you too, Ivy.